Oh, hi! On the Woodpecker this time, I will show you how I built the stand for my 2 water barrels. At my cottage in the spring, I always fill up my 2 water barrels. Now you can see the state of my stand. It's become crooked over the years, and the barrels have wrapped around the 2x6. This year, I'll rebuild it, but the right way, as indicated on the barrels. I start by drawing up a plan using crayons. It's prettier with all those colors. I cut the forelegs from the old stand. When all the legs are cut, I mark where the mortises will go. I start the generator because I will drill holes for the mortises with the small drill press that I kept at my cottage. Since my 1-inch drill won't go through the 4x4, I drill a small hole with a hand drill so I'll know where to drill on the opposite side. Even after all this, I still need to finish the hole with a hand drill. Then I use chisels to finish the mortises. I end up with a lot of chips on my patio, which I need to pick up, so next fall I'll have something to help me start the wood stove. Now I cut the 2x3 and the 2x4 to their right length. On the 2x3, I cut the cheeks of the tenon with a small bandsaw. I have to cut the cheeks of all the 2x4 on a table saw with a dado set because the bandsaw isn't powerful enough. On 2 pieces, I need to cut parts of the tenon, so I return to the bandsaw until my only blade snaps. So I have to cut it like my ancestors did. Now that I have all the pieces, I reassemble the stand and I mark where all the pieces go. I drill a hole in the center of every mortise. Inside each mortise, I put the corresponding tenon and I put a dimple with a brad point bit. To see it more clearly, I mark the spot with an X and I drill a hole 1/8 closer to the shoulder. It's time to cut all the pegs to be inserted into the holes. I make roundish pegs with a block plane. Since I'm working with hand tools right now, I have a visitor. I try to shake his paw, but with no success. It prefers to stay alone, battling the black flies. It's time to assemble the stand, and luckily for me, I have a tube of construction glue. This is the bad woodworker's best friend. Joints like these need some filler. Now I just need to drive the pegs into the holes. My new best friend helps out again on the longer pieces. When every piece is in place, I hammer down the rest of the pegs. Now that the stand is completed, I cut the decking, which will support the 2 barrels, and I screw them into place. It's time to get the stand's new spot ready. I start by cutting an unwanted tree. At least here, I don't need a permit. I bring a couple of sandbags to level the patio slabs, which I'll put under the legs. When the slabs are level, I bring the stand over with the help of my lovely wife. After the stand is in place, I fine-tune the slabs. Now, I need a valve at the bottom of the barrels. I drill a hole big enough for the copper nipple. Then, I drop a twine in the barrel and I pull one end through the hole I just made. I put glue on the thread and I drop it inside the barrel. With the help of the twine, I pull the nipple out and I glue it. I just need to let the glue dry overnight. The next morning, I put Teflon tape on the thread and I screw the valve on. I just need to put the barrels on the stand and fill them with water from my well. Here's my new water barrel stand in the woods next to my cottage. Thank you for watching and see you next time for another episode of the Woodpecker.